So I just asked the chat for some questions. We got the first
Yeah.
couple coming in. Can you see that one from CIV Music, who's Zach up in Calgary, He's saying, I've been struggling with arrangement lately. I really noticed how great your arrangements are. Any tips on getting arrangements going or getting your head out of loops?
Yeah. I'm a fan of like for the sake of writing the song, make loops. Like just get the vibe, build out the song structure, and it can be totally loop based. And then once you've like I really like separating that process. If like adding the production and the tech is tripping you up, write the song first, build out the whole form, and then look at it and think about the evolution of like, all right, what do I want to feel propelled toward, or what do I want to come back from? Like, what are the emotions happening throughout the song? What are the peaks and valleys? And what can I do to add momentum, take momentum away, set up a new section? So like if you're working, for example, if it's like a drum loop, like change your hi-hat pattern for verse 2, or take out a hi-hat completely. Like break it down to like your patterns, I think, especially with drums. Like look to where things have been stagnant and the same, and then think about how you can change them, how you can maybe even like have a kick pattern play and mute and play with like parts of the vocal melody, for example. That helps me a lot. I also love space. I love it. I love muting things. So the more you mute, the more there is to have like the essence of the song come through, but then also the more you can hear, room for other things that are going to be outside of that initial sort of vibe that you built.
Can I dive into one little thing you're saying there, which is just like work in loops, and then when you're just saying like build out a structure, like
Yeah.
do you have ways that you think about, so you're talking about not worrying about what the instrumentation's doing from a structure, but like when you think mentally about going from just working on a loop to working on a structure, do you do it more from like you've written melodies and sections and that kind of thing, or?
Yeah.
'Cause I think Zach's making mostly instrumental stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fair. So
Yeah.
I guess I'm speaking mostly thinking in terms of song form. So like if I have like an 8-bar drum pattern and like 4 chords that I'm like, this is cool, I'm going to build out the length of the verse, and maybe I've written the verse and chorus. So like now I know basically I can copy verse 1 and make it verse 2. I'm going to write different lyrics. I'm going to sing different melody, ad libs on it. But I can like visualize the whole puzzle of the song, and then I can kind of like look at what needs to be written still from a song perspective, but then also look at the whole scope of it in sort of like a horizontal, timeline way, and think about really like the overall arc. And you could do that with an instrumental as well. Think about, I guess really it comes down to song form, and that exists with instrumental non-vocal music as well. So thinking about the broader way that you want your entire piece to sort of move through its movements and its song form, I think that's helpful. And then you can copy and paste verse 1 and 2, and then look at verse 2 and be like, what am I going to make different and more interesting, and what is going to make the listener stay?
Awesome. So you can do that like even like in pure abstract space of just knowing this is going to happen here, this is going to happen here. So but you're basically more like drawing a blueprint and then like filling in the gaps kind of thing. Awesome.
Exactly.
As opposed to just sitting there trying to change things on the screen and then going, oh, where do I go next?
Yeah, like build the whole map for yourself first. Like take out that guessing work. You're probably not going to make something that's, a song form that's never been made before. Like you're probably going to adhere to some sort of structure. And whether, if you're working in like more of an EDM format, like where is your drop going to be? Figure out how you're building up to where it is, and then reverse engineer it and look at like, all right, I know the drop. Maybe you have the drop already, and you're like, okay, how do I get to here? What are the like 16 bars that are going to lead me to this part? What's the energy I want it to feel like? So that's sort of my thought on that.
Awesome. Love that.